coming up on D&M Cast.
You touched on your friendship. How was it going into like business with friends?
There's a lot of self-learning you have to take away from this experience in general. I mean, Aiden and I are extremely lucky that we're pretty identical in the way that, like, in our lives, we never have to soften ourselves down to be able to work together. But like anyone, we've got
You do a lot of like MC gigs,
Yeah.
kind of like a niche industry. How do you like get into that and like be a successful MC? Good.
We're good.
All right, welcome back to D&M Cast. This is episode 58. It is, yes.
Wow.
Jesus, getting
So,
close.
Diesel's back as well.
Diesel's back. You want to
Yeah.
explain why you weren't here last week, mate?
Had a major crash out.
Yeah, major crash out. I don't know. People go through some shit behind closed doors, and yeah, that was one of them. So just took a break off. And
Anyways,
enough,
hope
back.
you're okay.
Anyway, yeah, we're back. It feels weird to welcome these two because it is their studio. So we can't really. So we're welcoming back Aiden and we're introducing Benny.
Oh,
Both the owners of the studio that we use.
Round of
So
applause.
both founders of that creative hub. Nice enough to let us use the space week in, week out. So how are you guys?
oh, sweet. We're happy to have you here in our space and have
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
we have ourselves here at this
Is
space.
this the first podcast you've done like here? You've obviously both done them before.
The first podcast that we've been on as guests. Hey,
Oh, really?
in our space.
Yeah, in your space.
Because
Yeah.
is it not?
Steve's.
It's the second podcast we've been on as guests.
I was gonna let him go, but then he saw my eyes and he was like, "No, this is our second one, but in the new environment." So we're pretty pumped to be here.
You know what? I'm glad that we got both of your names right. Like every time we have a guest, like what we had when we had Monarchy on, we're like, we'll both like, sorry, I was like, we'll get Diesel to introduce. Diesel's like, oh, we'll get Tom to introduce. But yeah, we're glad. So what's been happening with you guys? The studio is fully running. You got like every time I come in, there's new equipment. There's now soundproof boxes. Like,
Yeah, and for context, I think the first episode that we did in this studio would have been 41.
41. Yeah.
Yeah, was like one of the first episodes I've
Only
ever
took
done.
us 18 to get right.
As like obviously the quality's progressed, like that's obviously come with the podcast room. Like, so it's been cool to be a part of that evolution.
Yeah,
So-
definitely. It's definitely cool when you see it like slowly grow, and then we see like other people coming in and out, and people being like, "Oh, you're there too." I'm like, "Yeah, we've been here for a while." You know, like,
we are part of the furniture. We are regulars. We're pretty pumped. It's been awesome. I mean, we probably spent the first 6 months of us having this lease as a let's fuck around and let's give everything a try. I think when we first came into this space, we never really we underestimated what we could achieve, and we're only probably getting to the crux of what we can achieve now. The last 12 months has been like R&D, like research and development, or we've just explored. We've made plenty of mistakes. It's cost us an absolute fortune, but it's so lovely to be here and actually like these moments. We didn't get a shot there. No, it's okay. Aiden's fly was down. Hey, but yeah, we're pretty blessed to have people like you in here all the time is special, and it's like we're like proud dads. Yeah.
thanks, Daddy.
Proud dads.
They look after all the blind dating videos we do as well. So those high production where we rent out the full space. Like that's
And have you guys found love yet? Is the real question though.
Actually, I've moved into a tent at the moment, and I tried to bring back
awesome.
I thought I had a girlfriend, but turns out don't have a girlfriend at the moment. So
Did you end up going out with the girl that won?
no.
Small story. Can you hit that story?
Yeah, give us that story real quick.
Nah, I didn't. But she was the one who got me on Carl and Jackie O. So fucking sick.
So it was better than a date.
Better than a date, 100%.
Whoa. I mean, yeah, it would have been nice.
Away from this, but how do you guys? You have different personalities. From my perspective, Benny is very out there. Benny's very out there.
Great start,
like,
mate. The rate's going up.
I feel like Aiden's a bit like preserved. I don't know. Like, how do you guys manage each other's?
How'd you guys meet as well?
Yeah.
How'd you guys meet?
Oh, okay. Do you want to chat this one or should I? Yeah.
So basically, well, I don't really remember how. Well, no, I do. We met because I did we knew each other on social media. This was pre-COVID, and I played a show then right before COVID. And Benny did some content there for his catalog, and then also just to give me the footage. And that was the first time that we like properly worked together.
Yeah.
Right. I think that was the first time we probably worked together, but we just knew each other from socials and stuff, just around the Melbourne scene and creating and stuff.
And then small bubble.
It's a small bubble. It's just a pretty small bubble. And then we just went out for coffee one day, and it was just supposed to be like a quick little, grab a coffee with another guy that's in the industry, and we'll be there for an hour and talk some shit. And then, a bit of networking. But we sat there for like 5 hours and just kind of shot the shit, and like we went from business to personal to life to like probably things that could have got us cancelled. Like, and I think that's how you know you're like, damn, like that's like one of my friends. So it was literally after that, and we were like, shit, you know, maybe this guy could probably be more than a networking opportunity. Like we could actually build a friendship here, and we just kind of kept chatting after that, and we just became boys. And now,
How long ago was that?
Oh, yeah, over 5 years now, probably between 5 and 6 years.
Yeah, wow.
And when
Last
did
week, I think.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, cool.
Now we're contractually
Obligated to stay in each other's lives.
So on
for
that,
5
when did like
years.
the idea to start a business come to head?
Oh, that was sweet. So Aiden and I, there's a few of us that travel quite a lot, and we're very lucky. We've been always in a position in our lives that we can get up and go travel whenever we want. And we've probably been on, I would say like 50, 60 flights together in the last couple of years. And we were having like a bit of scotch on the rocks or whiskey on the rocks in the Star in Gold Coast. And we're both dreaming. I was like, man, I'm really frustrated. Like, fuck, I'm frustrated. I'd love to have my own creative studio. Like, I'm so sick of hiring them out. And Aiden's like, bro, I'm so sick of using my bedroom for my music studio. Like, I'd love my own space. Then we both looked at each other and we were like, hang on a second. Do you reckon we could like... And Aiden's like, I'd love to open my own space. And I was like, same. And we're like, oh, do you reckon we should give this a crack? So we spent, at the top of Star Gold Coast, went back to the room. We started researching. It was probably 6 months of like torture.
Yeah.
Because we could not find a space. We're both young. No one would take us. No one would let us be in their space at all. And then I remember we walked into this place. And it was crazy. We walked in after searching. This was our last opportunity. That was it.
Yeah.
I think there was like 30 commercial properties we went through. Yeah. We walked in here and we were like, oh no, let's act cool. And we went upstairs and we screamed like little girls. And we were like, let's put an offer down.
Yeah.
And we got it.
Because when you came on last year, it was this is well over a year ago now. You might have just like leased it out or something.
Yeah, we just started. I remember because we were having chats being like, yeah, you should come check out our space.
Yeah.
But I couldn't really sell you the podcast room yet because we didn't have a podcast room.
Yeah.
It was just like, it was a vision. Like there was no, this wall wasn't there. It was just a curtain. We had no lights. We didn't even have these cameras.
Yeah.
We didn't even have these mics.
No.
Like pretty much most of the shit in this room wasn't even in the hub yet.
Yeah.
So we had just leased it and we built the wall and stuff, but we had plans to build something like this. And I was like, it'd be really sick to have you guys in. And then fast forward, we kind of did. And you were our first, like season of a podcast.
Yeah.
Like first people to come in and book a season with us. So
It's pretty cool.
What was that like?
Yeah.
What's that like? Is like going forward with like all the people that you're working with here. Is it to what you expected in a way?
yes and no. I mean, I don't, we kind of knew that it was going to get busier and busier and we wanted it to keep growing and growing.
Yeah.
I think there's probably parts that maybe we didn't expect, like the little things you don't think about, like free stocking the toilet paper and like buying the coffee beans and the milk for our staff and like just shit like that. Or, you know, the fridge will stop working and then everyone's upset, or the internet stops working and it's all on us. So it kind of goes beyond this space, because then if we're like, come in for a shoot and that light doesn't turn on, like
it's game over.
And it's our fault because like we should know, but it's like, what are you guys going to do then? You've booked it for the day, for the hour, for the podcast. So I think it's a lot of that, where it's like there's a lot of responsibility that falls on us that is probably just not something you think about immediately. You just think about, oh, bro, we'll own a space and we'll just make so much money and like we can create all the content we want and like that's it. But but not that there's good and bad in all things, especially business. So we're just kind of working through all of it. But that's definitely the stuff that was like you don't think about that.
On that, we'll come back to like the creative hub, but you touched on your friendship. How was it going into like business with friends? Pretty basic for like, I think everyone kind of has their own story.
With doing this.
How do you manage the two friendships?
Look, I think there's a lot of self-learning you have to take away from this experience in general. I mean, Aiden and I are extremely lucky that we're pretty identical in the way that, like, in our lives, same family kind of set up, same morals, ethics, views, same sense of humor. We're both straight to the point and there's no bullshit between us. So we never have to soften ourselves down to be able to work together. But like anyone, we've got proper contracts and legals in place, and friendships are important. It's really important to know how to like preserve a friendship too. We spend a fortune on legal fees to make sure that we can both exit, sell, move, problem solve efficiently in the right way. Where most partnerships go wrong is there's no understanding of how you're supposed to navigate being mates. If one of us want to get an offer and Aiden books a show and he needs to go around for 5 years and this becomes something that he can't do anymore, then there has to be exit strategies for both of us. But there's been plenty of times where we both disagree with everything, but I think it's about the maturity of both going, hey, I hear what you're saying. you know, it's awesome, but I think we should do this. And it's about coming to terms and listening to each other's answers and learning. It's crazy. This is a new level of you test your friendship when you invest $100,000 into like something that you both really want to see work. And if it doesn't work, then it's both of our responsibilities. It's not one-sided. And that's, I think, really important.
I think a big point on it is there's some people you can't do business with. Some friends, you can be best mates, but you will not work in business. And I think that's a big one. And you'll know, like, you know, you just know as a person, you'd be like, I love X, Y, Z, they're like best mate, but fuck. Like I just couldn't, you know what I mean? And it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's plenty of people out there like that. I have a lot of friends that I probably couldn't work with as well. But I think for us, we just knew pretty quickly that it'd be like something that would be quite feasible, no matter how, like if you get really busy or I get really busy or you drop the ball or I drop the ball or whatever, like we both just kind of want to see each other win and want to see this win. So whether we disagree, we'll always be more than willing to be like, all right, you know what? We've been going back and forth for like 20 minutes. Like, I'll take a knee and we'll do it your way. And then if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, we'll just do it my way.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? We're lucky to get along in that sense.
Bit of like compromise between the two. Like, yeah.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
It's a relationship. You have to understand each other. You have to.
It's a relationship.
You have to compromise. You know, someone like that's all. That's all it is. You have to compromise because we all work different ways. We all come from we all have different experiences. Like Aiden's full-time singer, songwriter, and actor. I already own an organization that's keeping me really busy. So it's about understanding where you can commit and when you do commit, actually like showing up and being the best person you can be in the business.
On that, your organization, we all like see on your like Instagram stories, your reels, you highlight like just how busy you actually are. How do you like manage that and give like anyone who's unfamiliar like an outline of like how much you really have going on?
Look, I think I don't know if I manage it well. I think that's a work in progress. That's hard. I have like 8 or 9 clients on a consistent basis, and look after some of the biggest kind of companies that it's really challenging to. I think bouncing and being open with Aiden is really important for me too, and being like, hey, look, I can't do this right now. I can't come to work for this capacity, but I can show up where I can do best. But yeah, my schedule's pretty much like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. all the way through to 11 between this business, traveling, working for clients, being a part of EO, looking after my family, looking after my house and my property. Like, it's pretty nuts. You wouldn't want to see my calendar. It's cool. But you know what? We choose to. I could get rid of it all tomorrow. But you put in the hard work now so that as you grow, while we've got the energy, the funds, the no obligations in our life, like we're both relatively obligation free besides loans and rents and stuff like that. If we fuck up, we just go back home and go on the couch and then figure it out again. And if you take that big picture thinking, then there's actually you've got no issues in life ultimately. Like, it's the glass ceiling and it's only your perspective that grows the glass ceiling, not anything else.
That's like, I mean, you say that you're taking the risk, but how do you take that risk for people that are scared? I mean, you've probably had you've been growing your businesses and you've been doing business probably for a while since you guys were a lot younger. So you know where you fail and it's like, okay that you fail and you just go again. But how does someone take the risk that have never tried or never done those challenges? Is it literally just trial and error and you just keep going?
It's perspective. That's all it is. It's like asking, there's so many people that have done it before you. Like this podcast, growing it to 1 million streams a month. There's other people that have done it before you. It's about asking them how they do it. And we've done the same. Like, I'm a part of EO. Aiden's got lots of family and friends that are in business. His family have owned businesses before. If you actually say, hey, I'm dealing with a problem right now, 9 times out of 10, someone's dealt with the problem before and they show you how to fix it. If you isolate and go, nah, and you get that big dick energy, and you're like, nah, fuck it, we'll do it ourselves, which we did once in this whole process. And it cost us like $7,000, which at the time we already spent all of our bank accounts. And we were like, no, we want to do it. We want to show that we don't need help. Cost us a fortune. And if we had have asked, we would have saved heaps of cash. So I think it's about getting rid of the ego and asking for help, because that's the only way you're going to succeed in any way, shape or form.
You touch on like loans and borrowing a lot of money. From a young person's perspective, that's quite scary. So like what would you like kind of say to someone that's like wanting to start a business or maybe take out like a huge amounts just to borrow?
Don't.
Well, honestly, I know this is getting quite personal, but we did this ourselves. So we funded this project just with savings, I guess.
Oh, really?
Money that we had just for something, whether it was for a property or a business or something like. So we didn't want to take that risk because we were like, we can do it without, so why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, people will do what they do and what they want to do.
Yeah.
But
So would you avoid to not do that?
The educational answer on that is that depending on the business is where you seek funding. There's three types.
we're not financial advisors, so let's just put that out there right now. We don't even know what we're doing. So
But I listened to D&M and they told me to do this.
We don't say take out anything. It really depends on how foolproof you make your plan.
Yeah.
And we're very lucky we had networks. We had clientele already.
Yeah.
We jumped into this knowing that I've been a creator for like 9 years, shooting for so many brands that those clients came no matter what. In business there's risk. As long as you can remove as much risk as possible, you're in a great space. Yes, we had to fork up big sums for bonds and deposits. And
we knew people that were like,
yeah, we knew people that would help us navigate that. So I think that starting a business is as easy as pick what you enjoy, do it really, really well, focus on one thing, be the best in the world at it, and then the money will come.
Bingo. Yeah.
That's it.
That's
like
good.
businesses will do 7 things, and it's a bit of an ego boost. We were the same. We're like, let's start a fucking run club. Let's do this, and then you realize that you can't do anything well. And I'm learning that now.
until you do like one thing, max it out, bang, it's trotting along, and you're like perfect. And then you're like, okay, well now I can do something. It's like a restaurant. They don't open with 100 things on the menu. They open with like a couple of burgers and fries and a couple of sides and salads and that's it. And then they grow, and then it's like you could order 100 things on the menu because they can cook it all.
Yeah.
You know?
The one thing, that's the biggest thing ever. Like just pick one thing,
One word.
do it really well.
Keep the main thing the main thing.
100%. Then you'll make plenty of money.
Yeah.
Honestly, then you can figure out how to make money in it. Like that's what you do.
So, well, we'll go back to Aiden. We know that when you first came on the podcast, we were talking about a show that you just went on. You just filmed the show, but it hadn't aired yet. But since then, it has well and truly aired, and it's been out and around. I've been seeing it on the socials and stuff. So, how was this experience of being on a TV show and being out and seeing your face
show
on
as well, like a pretty big deal, like fucking massive deal.
It was big.
I don't have a Stan subscription, unfortunately, but can you hook me up with one?
This guy hasn't seen my bare bottom. Clearly. This guy. It was really cool. Yeah, obviously now I can talk about it. It was very under wraps at the time, but it was a show on Stan called Invisible Boys, and it's a really touching story. It was like the first kind of LGBTQIA story coming out of Perth. I think that's what I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Like, which is big for Australia, like big for Perth, and especially to be on such a big scale. It had like a big budget. It was a proper thing. It was a really cool story to tell and to kind of even just watch. But I mean, wild. I didn't know if that was something that I wanted to really get into. Like acting on screen. I'd done some musicals and stuff, and that was all cool because I got to sing. But this was the first project I ever done where I didn't have to sing.
Yeah.
Like in my whole life. The first thing I've ever done for like even just as a job where I didn't have to sing in it. So it was
strictly acting.
It was strictly acting. Like, and I'd never done anything but sing my whole life. I'd never even just like danced for money. Like, you know what I mean? Whoa.
I don't know about
Let's
that
put an
one.
emphasis on that. I've never done that. But no, it was cool. It was a really awesome project to work.
I feel like you know that you're really emphasizing maybe like,
Season 2 or what?
Spending a lot of time on that.
Sorry.
Would there be a season 2?
We don't know yet. We haven't been told yet. One of my castmates, Joe, has just been cast as, I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
But you know Haymitch?
The younger
guy,
Haymitch.
He's been cast as a young Haymitch. So it was Woody Harrelson's character in the first one.
It's fucking crazy.
In the like the Hollywood blockbuster film.
That,
so like
that cast is fucked. I saw a TikTok on that. Like
it's
that
fucking
cast.
huge.
Yeah.
It's like that guy from I can't remember his name. Anyway, it big like huge cast. Big. It's gonna be a big movie and.
It's a life changing.
Is it
So it's a life changing.
Is it the Hunger Games?
Yeah, it's a
like
new Hunger Games
It's a prequel.
film.
It's a prequel
Yeah,
to like.
it's the prequel of the Katniss story.
Yeah.
So it's like a big role. He's a great kid. He's only like 20 or 19. Wow. So it's like life changing moment. So I don't know, but like I don't know if that'll affect anything or if the show. I don't even know if the show like passed. We don't know yet. We haven't been told yet. So it'll be like an end of the year thing where they'll be like, hey, we're gonna go again, or they'll be like, hey. We're not going to go again, and I'll cry. So yeah, we're unsure yet, but obviously you just kind of got to act like you won't get one.
Yeah.
You know?
What was your thoughts of like when you're like sitting back at home? Did you like go and watch like the whole series from like home? Like, did you just watch yourself? Like, what was like the feeling of just like watching yourself back?
It was weird. It was weird. I'm one of those people that like I don't know how you guys go watching like the potty and stuff. If you ever watch it back or anything, like as a singer, I used to do it a lot to study as I was growing up to get better. I stopped. So like after I did The Voice, which was like whatever 7 years ago now, like I kind of stopped watching myself do things. I just trusted and was like, no, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
So I did watch it. I watched the sex scenes before the show came out. We got sent the show before it came out just to approve everything.
Yeah.
To make sure there was nothing we were unhappy with or anything. But yeah, so I watched the sex scenes and stuff first, and that was all I watched. And I was like, whoa. Like
Full on.
woo, full on. But you know what am I gonna do? Say no, cut it. Not happy. Like so I did, and then once it came out, I watched the whole thing because I just wanted to watch it on Stan.
So cool.
It's a nice
I
feeling.
wanted to click
yeah.
on Stan and watch it.
There's
So
another one
I
in
would-
Australia for a while too.
It was.
And
It was
then we also
fucking
had a
huge.
screening here.
yeah, we did a screening for it here.
I
We
saw
did
that,
just with my
yeah, yeah.
family and friends. We had the projector, and
Grandma.
yeah, my grandma was here. My whole family.
Were there
And all my
graphic scenes playing
Honey, what are you
during that?
doing?
I didn't. Yeah, but I we only aired up to ep 4, which is when I have a little kiss with my on air.
So what's that
boyfriend.
like from an from an actor's point of view? Like what's your thoughts going behind you? Like are you dreading it? Like I don't know, from an actor's
Yeah,
point of
well,
view.
like I mean, I feel like if you're dreading it, you're in. My hot take is if you're dreading something like that, you're probably in the wrong industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
It's acting though. It's
acting.
work. It's a different. I think it's a different headspace
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
not like you would almost do anything, but it's like it's for the cameras. It's a different
It's a
persona. It's
character,
not.
it's not-
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not.
It's not linked to
you.
you.
That's why
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
if like maybe that's like how you. You know, if that's like that's how you are. You know,
it's not.
that's not like a
was-
bad
it
way to
was
say, but that's how
proper-
you
yeah.
are. But if that's like a new experience for you, so it's
for
like
me personally, it was very new, like in every sense. Just because obviously, like screen sex is just one of the weirdest things you could ever do as a person.
Yeah,
like,
I can imagine.
Because one of it's fake, and then two, it's like, when do you ever have to fake sex, but like not being a joke? I'm not talking like smacking your mate on the ass when he bends over, or like making like moaning in a public place or something. It's like you're actually selling that you're having
Yeah.
sex with it, like so it's weird, but again, like it's acting. So
were you full naked in front of like the whole crew? Is that like
we
how does it
weren't.
work?
It's not naked. It's like we had like little. We actually
Little sock
used.
that you tape on us.
It's pretty close to that. It's like what we were told. It's kind of similar to what strippers sometimes use under their whatever they're wearing.
A lot of stripper analogies. Are you sure?
Yeah.
from experience.
From experience, it's what strippers use because I use them. And it's just kind of like, it's like, it's just like a nude color, like matches your skin tone, and you just kind of tape it here and you pull it all the way under and tape it to your ass.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
it just covers you because obviously I can't be wearing pants because it's a sex scene and you can see that we have to be undressing.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but they do like a closed set and stuff. So it's only the people that really need to be in there. They
Yeah.
ask if we're okay. We've got like an intimacy coordinator in there. We've got the director in
Yeah.
there. Like we've got women, not women, but like people, they were women for us watching, like wardrobe ladies, watching for slips or anything like that. If anything pops out or,
Yeah.
you know, if anything comes up on camera, like they're there watching to make sure that doesn't happen. So it was very safe. I felt very safe doing it. Like
That's good.
And yeah, but it's a whole new world.
Good experience overall. The-
Great
No,
experience, great experience. It was an awesome show to be a part of. The writing, like the whole team was awesome. The project was awesome. So yeah, it's definitely lit something in me to be like, I would love to now continue
Keep
like
going.
doing more things that are just acting, even if I don't have to sing in it. Like yeah. So it was an awesome moment.
yeah.
Do you act or sing, Ben?
No.
No.
Not at all.
You do a lot of like MC gigs.
Yeah.
How do you get into that kind of? I feel like it's kind of like a niche industry. How do you like get into that and like be a successful MC?
Talk a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Oh no, genuinely.
Confidence
like,
as well.
Yeah, confidence. Like you just show up in a room.
Yeah.
The best thing is like my first major MC gig, obviously younger, I had my own shows. I've had you've come to one of them before. I think upstairs, Cartel got me a gig with Calvin Harris and Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
And I traveled around emceeing all the socials and working with those guys.
Yeah.
Once you start to build a little bit of credibility and trust yourself in the process and always learn, you realize that people aren't there to watch you. They're there just to have a good experience.
Yeah.
So if you remove the ego away and just deliver a really fucking awesome performance,
Yeah.
most of the time you keep getting booked back. As long as you can connect with someone, you don't stumble your words, you can talk with a bit of expression, and you can make someone feel like they can connect with you.
Is public speaking like scary for you at all? Like,
Nah, not anymore.
Were you scared at the start? I mean, like, I was like, I think about like, I remember like school assemblies and
Yeah,
shit. Like,
a little
I'm just
bit.
here like, hey, oh shit, oh my god.
A little bit. When I got
Yeah.
older, it was easier. I find it more intimidating talking to a group like this than I do in front of 10,000 people. Because you can't tell that. I don't know if you're the same when you perform. 10,000 people, when you actually look at them, you can't really tell who's who.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
everyone's a blob. where there's like this. Like if I speak in front of 15 people, it's more. I reckon when we've had events here, it is so much more daunting to speak in front of 10,
You can see
15
expressions
people
and shit.
because you can see someone going
Yeah. Yeah.
and just looking at you, being like, they fucking hate me.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but I think I love it. I've been doing it since I was 11. So I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Isn't it?
yeah, it's pretty
Wow.
awesome,
So and you've all,
Wow, yeah.
but you're like,
bro. I can't wait to see you host the Oscars, man. Imagine.
Yeah, that would be great.
on that. So you've also got an employee now at the Creative Hub, Ethan. He's on the switchboard at the moment.
Dude.
Is he still on like the trial period? Like the it's
This guy could lose his job at any moment. This guy could do one wrong move and he's out.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So
That's good. I think you've got the perfect bloke for the job. He's obviously in the space and got a podcast. So is that still going? Your podcast, Ethan? No.
not anymore. No, he's
But it's true that you're hiring like the
we're
right
hiring-
people in the
yeah,
industry.
the right. He's a charismatic guy, so that's really the main thing we look for. Charismatic and hardworking, because people feel like I'm sure like you guys do. You feel comfortable coming in and like seeing him on the
Yeah,
chair and not
100%,
one of
yeah.
us. Like he's trustworthy hands, and he's just kind of just down.
I think that's something I've noticed about businesses now is like when we're getting older and I've been like getting into this space and you like start like learning and stuff. It's just like, how do you feel when you enter a place when everyone's so like lovely and friendly? It's almost like when you go in there, you just like subconsciously get a little bit excited, or you're just like happy to be there because you know that someone's going to be nice to you when you walk in the door, which I think is really incredible that you've been able to make choosing the right people to work with, that being able to like make that environment.
We're people and community first, then we are profit.
Yeah.
And if you come in here and feel amazing, then you're gonna keep coming back.
Fucking spam called.
Who's that? Another
I don't
girl.
know, bro.
Yeah. Answer
Unknown
another buddy.
number. Wait, where is it?
Call it back.
I'm not calling that.
Call it back with live on air right now.
No.
Yeah.
That
Go on,
be
speaker,
anyone.
man.
That could be
Tom, your
anyone.
clinical results
Yeah.
must come in. But
Um,
I had a question for both of you. Obviously, I'd say like you're very successful, and you're building success. But how did you like the Australian culture, and something that all three of us we've probably really had to deal with is just like the toxic environment of tall poppy syndrome, and when people are successful, especially in Australian culture, how you're just torn down, or if you do something different or you do something successful, it's weird and it's not right, and people look at you differently. And it's something that we've done, just starting a podcast just on TikTok. It's just been, at the start we were hated on just for trying something new, and we were just like, I just didn't want to be a tradie, and like nothing wrong with being a tradie, but I just didn't want to be a tradie and drink beers at a pub on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. That's just not what I wanted. But now that I'm trying to do something I think is cool, it's
Now
been
he runs
different.
a podcast and drink beers Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I'm gonna say, you do that anyway.
Yeah, that was probably a bad example. like,
Shit
but-
analogy,
No,
bro. You
shit
fucking
analogy.
do that anyway.
You get the point I was trying to prove.
Yeah,
right?
I
was
know what
trying
you're
to say.
saying. We both deal with that quite a bit.
I start Thursday. It's different, all right?
Thursday to Saturday. We both deal with that quite a bit. I think anybody that's in a creative space or just a space that's not embarrassing and normal and just, like it's a crazy culture we have in Australia where like you'll tell someone, yeah, like I've just got a job at Macca's. And like, not there's anything wrong with doing things like that, but everyone will be like, oh,
yeah.
nice, it's good for you for getting a job and like starting, and then you're like, oh, we're starting a business, or I'm getting into singing, or you guys starting podcasts, and people will be like, what the fuck? Like,
Bro, that's weird as
how
fuck.
are you gonna make money?
Oh
Like,
my God, I'm
Yeah.
gonna share
does
my
anyone,
Look at this
does anyone
guy.
listen? Like, does
How much
anyone
money
come?
do you make? Oh my God. That's
Does anyone
the
come
most
to your
common.
space?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
The worst is we actually had an encounter. Remember that when from people in the industry too. We find that tall poppy syndrome from people in the industry too. I remember when we first opened our creative studio, we were out and we had this. Aiden was just on stand and kicking goals, and we had this guy come up to us that's like, won't say too much about it, but he was like, so how's your little cute podcast thing going for you?
How's your little way?
And then we both looked at each other and we're like, and he goes, oh, so like, did your parents own it or something? Like, oh, and like, what do you store there? Just a bunch of like, is it just like a dump, like kind of like a dump storage? And we both looked at each other and we're like, oh, he goes, oh, so you get a loan for that or something? Like, and it was just like someone that we probably thought that was on equal with us, but then we learned, I think, the only like now we're growing like crazy purely because we don't give a fuck about anyone else.
Yeah.
We don't consume what people say. We don't care. Most of the time, the people that are sitting there complaining have got time to complain.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, good luck to them.
Yeah.
If they want to sit there and be on their phone and do nothing in their life, they
That's
can
something
go
that
for it. That's
Tom
totally
actually kind of like reiterated. That's not even a word, but just like go with it. But when we started, it was
how
like,
do you spell walls again?
look, I'm dyslexic. I'll leave me alone.
He's actually also very.
I'm actually, what's the word? diagnosed with dyslexia.
He's on a different level to all of us.
I'm on a different level, man.
What's the word?
No,
Oh.
diagnosed.
that's the word.
I've genuinely been Is that diagnosed?
Yeah.
Dyslexia, like proper.
Really?
What are you?
You couldn't tell.
Oh, are you asking or are you just
No, I'm
like
genuine.
sarcastic?
Tom goes, I'm normal. I don't know. I'm like,
I think I would have sprinkled it. I don't know.
I've actually, we have the first story that nothing gets. Absolutely love you, Diezel. I think when we first started the podcast, we were all like learning about each other and stuff, and like me and Diezel were like we were best friends, but we weren't like work like friends or like like we've never like worked together and stuff. And we did these things where we'd have like a little bit of script and we'd read out a bit of a story and stuff. We gave it to Diezel one week, and he just like couldn't read it. Me and Tom were like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
He would get on a word like two or something, like the 2-letter word, and go two.
I fucking can't like.
it's crazy. Yeah.
It frustrates me so much, like, because I know how to read, but just give me time. You know what I mean?
It's honestly, it's challenging.
Reading
I
out
do
loud.
like-
Thank you.
Yeah,
Like
it
reading
is
out loud
challenging.
in front of you guys, I'd fucking shit myself.
Yeah,
Like,
it's challenging.
I read by myself. I'm reading on my phone. I'm like talking, and I'm reading normally and all that, and I'm like, wow, I can actually read. Like as funny as and then I do it. I read in front of my mum, and I'm like, I just can't do it. I'm just like, dude, like,
that's okay.
That'll be crazy.
it's weird how it works. Though. I think it's all about confidence, really.
Yeah,
Like-
but there's actually like there's like science behind it too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's hard. Like I'll look at words all the time and I'll read it and like we'll go out to lunch and I'll look at the restaurant name and Aiden will be like, "What the fuck did you just say?" I was like, "Oh no, it's that." He goes, "Bro,
The best one is we have another podcast in here, and that runs upstairs, and it's called Brothers in Business.
Yeah.
And they're really good friends of ours. They're not clients here. They're lease office here at the hub, and we project their logo on the back, and it says Brothers in Business.
you looked at it too."
But listen.
I think I know where this is going.
So he wrote it and was connected to the computer and stuff, made the logo, and none of us clocked it. And then after the episode, we're watching it on the computer, making sure it's all good. And Benny goes, "Is it spelt right?" And we look, and it says like Brothers in Business, or not like the right. And we all looked at it and we went,
Bussiness, yeah.
"That's a hard
Yeah,
word."
I don't spell it. I've got
I say
like bus
bussiness.
isn't
Yeah,
yeah.
But it was Brothers in Business. So when you actually look at it, you go, "Wait, that's fucking so stupid."
It's like gorgeous.
And none of us caught it.
Do you guys make up words too when you read? Because I'll read
Yeah.
something and then I'll
Yeah.
add filler words because I thought that were
Yeah.
there. Like,
No, that
It's like,
happens.
have you ever like? I like.
Do you pronounce like abbreviated words like you pronounce differently to your? Like in my head, I read that as like you're. I don't read it the same way. Yeah.
No, it's always different.
That's like
crazy.
this is like preschool stuff that I feel like I didn't learn properly.
Yeah. I'll message Tyler and try like say gorgeous to her, but then like spell gorgeous, and I'm like, how the fuck do you spell gorgeous?
Yeah, you just
You
that's
just
nice
go-
and
you
safe.
just go
Gorge.
gorge.
Gorge. Yeah,
But
nice
then I
and
just do
safe.
the voicing. I'm like gorgeous, and then everyone's like, oh, you don't know how to spell gorgeous.
If you ever listen to our podcast, you just hear like we just like make up words where we say it with such confidence that it's like
Yeah.
it's like an actual word that no one actually knows.
No, that
like,
was
We
last
just said
week.
reiteration.
Yeah, I was like,
let me
yeah.
just reiterate.
yeah. I was like, let me
Last
just
week-
reread what Tom said. And everyone's like, did he just? And
Did
it
he
just
just
kept
say
going. I was
that?
like, all right.
It's how you keep people engaged and hooked.
No, that's what last week when we were talking about monogamy or something.
Yeah, that's
I was
it.
mispronouncing it the whole time. I was saying like monogamy.
Bro was saying Monopoly.
No, I was saying monogamy instead of monogamy.
I'm monogamous.
And my mum texted me. I thought she was trying to gaslight me. So like you've just been mispronounced. Like we're talking about it a fair bit.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
mispronounced fucking monogamy so many times, and no one else said anything because it's like fucking.
one,
We're just
yeah.
saying it with
How
confidence.
did you guys ever meet? Like, because you're all like completely different.
I did. We played footy together. We had like a Stingrays development program. He furthered in footy, but like I dropped out. But we were in rehab, and we were just fucking around.
For footy?
Yeah,
Oh,
full
yeah.
footy.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
full footy.
Yeah,
Nah, we like just clicked straight away when we met. Like, I don't even know how we just clicked. Straight
I remember we had rehab, so we were both injured, and like it was just like a room. You just sit in like a room.
It's all
and-
white, isn't it?
Hey, it was all white, and it was weird. Like the
you, like,
nurses
tied
came up to
down?
us, and was like, "I think you got a friend here." I'm like, "Yeah," and then they're like, "There's no one there." And it was like, yeah. So we're at football rehab, and it's just like in the gym. You just do like some workouts and whatever. And I met Diezel there because it's like a whole Stingrays is just like it's a rep team, so it's all the teams all together in the best or whatever for your like your suburbs and stuff.
yeah.
And then me and Diezel were both injured, so we're in a room and we're just like, "Oh hey, like I'm Luke, I'm Diezel," and then there was like this big rope that you like climbed up, and we were like, "Oh, let's see who can climb it." And we we're just like climbing up this rope, and you tap a bell at the top of it, and that's how we like
I
connected
couldn't
by
get
doing
up.
that.
I was like, little fat guy. I was just like,
And then a little show off me, I'm like flexing at the top, like doing pull-ups and stuff. I think that's how we met, and then we just kind of clicked from there, and then we started FaceTiming, and then what COVID happened, and then
When did you start dating?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, we started FaceTiming, then he took me on a date.
No, we started, and then COVID happened, and we just started FaceTiming like every day. We're bored, and we started doing like these things on TikTok where you go join our Zoom call at 5 p.m. and we would be on a Zoom call, and we'd get like hundreds of people
like-
coming
We
through.
got like 200 people on a Zoom call once,
Yeah.
and like they were like wanting to like know who we were and like talk to us.
I think like Diezel would like answer with his bare ass and shit.
I'd like stand there and like my ass is showing. I'm like, and then like 50 people join. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and then and then I met Tom. We played footy as well at Coburg, and then we were both. I think it was 1 year we were going to BTV, but I had a relationship at the time, and we bought BTV tickets together. And I couldn't.
She fucking stole it.
We broke up, and she wouldn't give me my BTV ticket. So I was like, "Fuck." Okay, well then it was like a few days before. I was like, "Fuck, I just won't go BTV. Who cares?" Then I was like kind of sad about it, and like didn't have any plans for New Year's. And then Tom called me, but like we weren't really that close. We just played footy together. He's like, "Oi, I heard that you're not going to BTV anymore. Do you still have your car pass?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I think so. Like, I'll see if I can get that." Like, and then I was like, "Fuck it, can I just come to BTV with you?" He's like, "Yeah, maybe. Like, yeah, if you want." I was like, "All right, I bought a ticket. Let's go." And then like I think like literally like 5 hours later, I was at his house, and then we just like kind of partied, and we just kind of clicked from there.
Yeah, wow.
And
So you're playing both of them at the same time.
I was
right?
playing both at the same time.
Well,
And
they
then,
ditched me that New Year's because we were supposed to go to fucking. We were supposed to go to.
wow.
Where was it? Sorrento or something.
Sorrento.
And then he's just like, I'm like messaging him. He's not messaging me because BTV like has like no connection.
Shitty friend.
I was
Bro,
like,
wow.
I was literally getting ready to go to Sorrento.
Oh,
And then I'm
bro.
like messaging him. I'm like, oh, he's probably running late. He's probably running late.
Bro, we're so sorry.
And then I stayed at home with
Cheated
my
on you, bro.
fucking
Cheated on you with Tom.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
Back to you guys. What are you like?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, just before it starts making him look like a sugar.
Yeah. What? Back to you guys.
Worst friend ever.
What's like your long-term, medium-term, short-term goals for this space, and I guess personally as well?
Well, I mean, for the space, obviously, long term, we want to look at opening more. We just
Yeah,
want to
tough.
we just want the space to be a place where creators can come and find their niche, like whether they're completely developed, like you guys as DNM were already well developed before you came here, but we've got podcasts that come here and they're like, "Oh, what do you reckon about like our logo? Like, do you
Yeah,
help us
yeah.
design? Could you help us design logo? Can you help us figure out what to talk about or help me get, you know?" So we
I see
kind
that
of
you sell a course to him. I see
exactly,
where
and
you
then
go.
we sell a $10,000 course on it. No, we just want to kind of have more of these spaces and where creators can come and feel like it's also their home and they can find out where their creative juices flow best and in what fields. So we kind of want to open up a couple of niche ones and maybe not have them all in the same space. We're talking like
Yeah.
long term. Instead of having 3 things in one space, we'll open
Yeah,
up
yeah.
dedicated spots for all of them.
Maybe in like Peninsula Way. That'd be
Yeah,
nice.
we'll go down. Yeah, we'll open one in Rosebud.
Yeah, that'd be great.
No, so that's like long term goal of the business. I think short term's just kind of like keep growing for us.
I love how you give like you're giving people the opportunity to actually make content that they want to make, and perhaps give them the tools and give them like literally the opportunity to make what they want to make, which is super cool.
We ultimately started this because we wish we had a place like this when we were growing
Exactly,
up.
yeah.
We both were pretty kind of isolated in our fields because we were the high achievers in our schools in terms of in that space. And we were both young, like 15, 16. But the best gift that we all had were the industry connections around us. So we have events here once a month, and the amount of people that get to come in and actually feel like their weirdness, which is their creativity, is actually not weird. They're just around the wrong people, is pretty special. And for us, like we hope to grow this financially to a point where for those creators that don't have the cash or don't have the backing, we can also believe in other people and give them the cash to be able to, to live their life and to grow their creative dreams too. So we both are really passionate. I mean, we talk shit and have a bit of fun, but like ultimately, like we want to leave creators in a better place and make them feel like they actually belong in this world. And that's probably the most important part of why we do what we
Yeah,
do.
because it is pretty motivating. Like being in here, it unlocks like the creative part of your brain.
Yeah.
And you're right in saying like you know how to like be fun and then switch on. Because when you like directed the D&M blind dating videos, like
That was
little giggles,
crazy,
giggles and
like,
shit. It's like, all right, fucking quiet on set. Just fucking switch like that.
Luke, shut the fuck up! I'm telling you. That was good.
But that's all it is. It's about like making people feel like they've got a voice and they can actually come and show up the best possible way. It's never easy. And the creative space is probably one of the hardest too, because people are led by emotion before they're led probably by talent.
Yeah.
So, but we've had some great success. We have lots of people coming here all the time. Our events are going like crazy because people just are pretty proud that they can associate themselves with an organization that believes in them.
Tough as.
Cool.
That's really good. Wholesome.
Well,
Yeah. Oh.
Well, yeah, well, we also do like, I mean, this is like a little bit of a different episode, but we'd love to like still keep a little bit of part of it and do like a bit of a Diezel's diary.
Bring it on. You know what? I haven't seen your podcast in a while because I haven't been here. But like I've heard that these diaries are like
this is like
Last week
pretty
was
intense.
shit. Last week was
Last
shit.
week was
Were you
the
here
worst
though?
one.
No, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. When he was
Yeah,
blue.
right.
When he was
Last week
blue.
he wasn't here.
This,
When he was
no,
blue.
but like I think this could go either way. This could be like a.
All right, let it fly.
So I'm walking with my girlfriend. We went for a walk. I couldn't be bothered going to the gym, but this was like 3 days ago. I took my niece and nephews for a walk, and I like had them in like a carry, like what do they call like
Trolley.
a basket that they sit in.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
Wheels?
yeah, with wheels. Yeah, so that was like the moral of the story.
Puts
We're
them in a
going for a
sport
walk
bag.
and all that. But back in April, I was in Bali, and my dog unfortunately passed away.
Oh.
So a bit of a switch up. But I didn't get the privilege to actually bury my dog.
Yeah.
Which is kind of shit. So my brother, who is, I wouldn't say lazy, but just like, it's not quite where I'm at in a way. So he buries the dog, and I said, make sure you bury our dog, our family dog, like a foot underground, because if you don't, foxes will get to it, like, you know. So on the same property is where my nieces and nephews live. So I go to pick them up, and I look to my right, and my fucking dog is like above ground.
Dead dog.
Dead dog. And it's like wrapped. And I'm like looking at it, and I'm like about to cry because I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, my dog is there, dead. Anyways, took the kids for a walk. It was still laying there. I left it. I came back. I had to rebury my dog because my brother couldn't fucking. Anyways, touchy subject. Bit sad. But fuck. At least I got
I
to
don't know
bury.
if we can even use that. It's a bit
Nah, like,
insensitive.
I'm trying to.
I mean, you can use it.
Yeah,
I mean,
we can use it.
I think the best part was when he called us. He's like, "Dude, that is my fucking dead dog."
I had so many emotions, and I was
Yeah,
like,
you
what
would,
do I do? Like, it's so cruel. I'm like, my dog deserves a fucking good burial with a tombstone or some shit.
Have you given it a proper burial now?
Yeah. Full dug. I think I dug like 2 meters underground. It was pretty hard.
So did your brother like bury him just not deep enough, or did you just not bury him?
Not deep enough. No. I think he dug it like that, and then put the dog, and it was like that, and there was probably like this much of dirt over the dog.
Shit.
Anyways, it's
Are you
usually
okay?
I'm okay
Are you
now. Yeah. That's not why I wasn't here last week, but like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
This was one of the many things that probably.
Yeah, one of the many
alluded to
things.
whole
Like,
week,
dude,
though,
I think
like-
last week I had the worst week like of my life, but fuck that, just dropped it. Like, I was just like,
That's real.
yeah,
Dogs are really a man's best friend, aren't they?
yeah. So I'm about to buy another dog.
Yeah, so don't even fuck about my old dog. Yeah, couldn't care less. But couldn't care less. Yeah, literally.
All right, we'll wrap that there. I think that's enough of that one. But yeah, no, thanks for joining us,
Oh,
lads.
it's a pleasure, boys. Thanks for having us. Yeah.
thank you.
No, it's your
Benny
space, boys.
Keep
Thanks
feeling
for
free
rocking
to
up
come
to
back.
work.
We'll see you guys in season 6 when Benny and Aiden come back.
All right.
Next episode. This is a new studio area.
We've been evicted.
All right.
again.
Thanks, guys. We'll catch you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Benny and Aiden, for joining us. And yeah, thanks, Ethan, for clicking the buttons. might be the last time. I wasn't recording. All right. See you lads.
Bye.
Fuck yeah.
Imagine.
Wait.